calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 ladies dancing, 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 lords a leaping, 11 ladies dancing, 10 pipers piping, 9 drummers drumming, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. So during the 12 days of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 lords a leaping, 22 ladies dancing, 30 pipers piping, 36 drummers drumming, 40 maids a milking, 42 swans a swimming, 42 geese a laying, 40 gold rings, 36 calling birds, 30 French hens, 22 turtle doves, and 12 partridges in a pear tree.
Many years ago, before there were any automobiles and before we had electricity or even gas lighting, And when people used horses if they wanted to go out for a ride, and oil lamps and candles, they needed a light, there lived in a small country town, P.S., a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker. With just over a week to go before Christmas, the townspeople were pleased indeed. And none more so than the candlemaker and his young son, Tom. For in those days, quite small boys were expected to behave like grown men. For years now, every Saturday at 4 o'clock, the candlemaker has been making the journey from the shop to the church across the square. Because God had been so good to him and blessed his home and his work, he showed his gratitude by giving his finest candles to shine at the altar as an offering to God.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good work and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Whenever I read these words of peace, I think of one of our own people, our friend the Candlemaker. Like a good gift, shows his love for God by giving his most beautiful candles to light the cross upon our altar. I pray that all of us will always give in this same spirit, to show our love for the Father, who blessed us with a Christ child.
The family was up early next morning, for a busy week lay ahead. The candlemaker had to deliver a quantity of Christmas candles of all shapes and sizes to the outlying farm villages.
Hurry up, son.
Coming, Father.
No. I'm not going away forever. I'll be back quickly in time for service. Look after your mother, son. And there are plenty of candles to be made.
Don't worry, Father.
Don't forget this week, I'm leaving you to make the second altar. I have made only one. And remember, both must be taken over to church by 4 o'clock Saturday.
Yes, Father.
Goodbye now.
Goodbye. Bye, Father.
With his father away and his mother extra busy getting ready, young Tom was in charge of the workshop, with the task of turning out many candles a day. And then there was the altar candle for the Christmas Eve service on Saturday. On that Christmas Eve long ago, the church was made beautiful by the loving work of loving hands, just as churches are today. Then, as now, there was a manger where boys and girls would bring the white Christmas offering for the children's home.
Washed up for supper. Your father will be home soon. Come, you've got to run over quickly. And be careful you don't drop.
I'm sorry I was late for the Candlemaker.
Never mind. You did, too. And just in time, too. Look who's coming.
Well, son? Did you make the church, Ken?
Yes, Father?
Each member of the family had his own sad thoughts that night.
A son of mine should make such a candle, a worthless candle that won't shine. And after all,
Young Tom knew what his parents were thinking, that he had failed them, and that he had failed God.
Sweetie, such trouble. I have to make it all over. I wish I could make over easily. Candy. Won't it be? Jesus will help.
And so it was, many years ago, that the Candlemaker's son learned the meaning of Christian purity, just as we must learn it today.
night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in the hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder, and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Every once a year when Christmas comes, I pack my sled with dolls and drums, and I'm on my way with happiness for little girls and boys. Oh, that there isn't any place too far. I go wherever children are, always on my way with happiness, wrapped up in fancy toys. On my Christmas list I've names and places,
though we've never seen their faces, we know each one and the good they've done.
Over hill and dale again this year, I brought glad tidings and a good cheer. So until another Christmas day, when I pay another call, I'll say Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas.
Hey, kids, I bet you he's asleep now, I bet you. I feel sorry for Santa. Yeah, man. He's sure tired and worn.
Ja. His house looks so wacky, hacky, hola. Him Claus, blale, blale, Anton.
See, he helped everyone at Christmas, but no one they think of Santa Claus. Well, we could do something for Santa if we only just tidied his house.
Ja, danke. Cause we want to do something for Santa. We want to make a real big fuss. We want to do something for Santa. Cause he's always doing something for us. I'll polish pans that have rusted. Give everyone shiny face. I'll see all the furniture dusted and things in proper place.
scrub the floor all clean and neat. No spot will pass my nigh.
I'll shine his shoes with a boogie beat, and here's the reason why. Oh, we know we owe much to Santa for making every Christmas day. We want to do something for Santa.
Turn in our little day. Thank him for the happiness that came our way.
For making every Christmas day. We want to do something for Santa, and in our little way, thank him for the happiness that came our way.
What's that? A Christmas present for me? Little girls and boys in the shanty where Santa Claus lives. They're taking tears and turning them to joys in the shanty where Santa Claus lives.
Oh, boy, I'd like to go with you.
You've been so good, you'll see that wish come true.
Perhaps there'll be a bunch of toys for me
In the shanty where Santa Claus lives.
Come on, let's go.
Ready? Yeah.
Funny boy. We are the toys for little girls and boys in the shanty where Santa Claus lives. We're taking gifts and bringing in joys in the shanty where Santa Claus lives. We give the world just like we used to do. You make a wish and have that wish come true. Perhaps there'll be a sweetheart there for me in the shanty where Santa Claus lives. Hello, everybody. Shine on, harvest moon up in the sky.
I hear this moon.
Oh, shine on, harvest moon.
Every year, when the first snow falls, the kids on our block build a snowman. This year, we made him especially big and strong and handsome. You see, we needed a tree, not an ordinary park tree, but a Christmas tree. And we figured there was only one way we could get one, a letter to Santa, to be delivered by Spunky, our snowman. And that called for a big send-off. As everyone knows, by day, snowmen are, well, only snowmen. But at night, it's different. And the first thing that Spunky did after he sneezed, that is, was to look at the envelope, which he couldn't read. But I know it's up north somewhere, he said. And off he started, with Jeff leading the way. It was along about midnight when Spunky came to the edge of the woods, just about the scariest time of night. Even for foxes. Where are you going? Asked the owl. To find Santa and bring back a present for the kids on the block. You see, it's to be given to the bearer of this letter. Oh, yes, it's very valuable. That's why I'm taking it to him, special delivery. Special delivery to Santa. Spunky and Jeff went on their way, never dreaming that the fox and the owl had plans of their own. Why don't we get the letter and keep the present for ourselves? Spunky was surprised to see the owl again. Come back! But then the owl dropped the letter. And everybody scrambled to get it. No, you don't, cried Spunky. But with one long leap, the fox had it. Jeff was about to overtake the fox. But the owl still had the bucket. That will take care of you, he said. But Jeff was soon after them again. As for Spunky, he never stopped running, even to pick up his hat. And by now, the owl and the fox were far ahead, but they were stopped by a wolf.
Where are you two taking that letter?
Santa.
Hand it over. I'll take it to him.
By the time Jeff caught up with them, they were at it tooth, beak, and claw. And the letter was just lying there. Jeff had a very good plan. But just when he got to the letter, they saw him. And now all three were after him. Spunky was still running when Jeff brought him the letter. But now he wasn't going to let anyone get it away from him again. Till then, Jeff had no idea of how fast Spunky really could run. He couldn't even see him anymore. And he didn't notice the bear either.
What do you mean by waking me up in the middle of the winter?
But when Spunky told him what had happened, the bear said he would take them to Santa himself. And so they started out together, not realizing they were being followed. The bear knew all the shortcuts. But poor Spunky, he hadn't looked where he was going. And he came down in 9 different places, not counting the letter to Santa. And while Spunky's friends were putting him back together again, the three crept nearer and nearer.
You're just as good as new again,
said the bear. But it was too late. The fox had the letter and was heading straight for Santa. Spunky could never get there in time now. The hares and squirrels scattered as the fox sprang forward to deliver the letter to Santa. Well, well, said Santa, a special delivery. While Santa was reading the letter, Spunky arrived. You see, Santa, this letter is really from the kids on our block. It was stolen by those three over there, said Jeff. As they started to slink away, Santa puffed up his cheeks and blew them back into the woods. When Spunky turned around, there was his Christmas tree, the most beautiful in the land. Santa lent Spunky a sled and one of his personal reindeers to deliver the tree. And that's how it was that when the sun arose the following day, Spunky, Jeff, and the Christmas tree were all there waiting for us in the park. That night we held the biggest celebration. And our guest of honor was Spunky the Snowman.